one of the problems that we've had in Chicago for some time is not dealing directly with the financial elephant in our living room. But I think we have to look at all of ourselves as Chicagoans that let this condition get to such a horrible place. And now the answers are not politically attractive. They are not politically easy. That's why the stalemate is continuing in Springfield, because not enough members of the Illinois General Assembly, those who want to close a $4 to $5 billion deficit, know what they need to do in terms of revenue, but they can't find the political mechanism to bring enough strength to bear on that. How is Mayor Emanuel going to convince the City Council and the citizens of Chicago that with this very painful and we believe necessary increase, most likely in property taxes and perhaps in garbage collection fees and any other sources of revenue that can be identified, that the city will stabilize, it will stop the bad practice of borrowing for operating expense, stop using scoop and toss, which pushes the cost of not even this government, but the previous government, onto our children and our grandchildren. So it is a very important point in the city's history, in the city's financial history certainly, and we'll be looking forward to see what Mayor Emanuel comes forward with to convince all of us the benefit of doing the very difficult but necessary tasks that we've avoided for too long.
Round of applause.
None of this is new. Okay, so here comes into office Rahm Emanuel, and he says he's going to do something about it. And he has, but he made a couple of, I think, pretty fundamental errors in hindsight. Hindsight is wonderful. One of them was legal, and one of them was political. The legal one is Rahm Emanuel bet the farm that he could negotiate a deal with the labor unions in which they would agree to concessions that would cost the city less. And he made the calculation that in the meantime, we won't put up their money until they put up theirs. That would be bad bargaining. So we won't put in any more than we were putting in before, which is only a small fraction, like a quarter, if that, of what we were supposed to be putting in. And he bet that the courts would say that's okay. Well, he actually got away with the first one. We all forget here, it hasn't received much attention. The Chicago Park District pension plan was refinanced a couple of years ago. Nobody challenged it in court. It was one of those negotiated deals in which labor takes somewhat less and taxpayers put in more, but it passed muster. But this year, in the wake of what the Illinois Supreme Court did with state pension funds, that strategy is kaput. There's still appeals pending. But nobody thinks that the deal he cut for the police and laborers, the municipal and laborers funds is going to hold up on appeal. And he didn't even try with the police and fire department. The deal they cut was we'll just take a little longer to give you the money, but we'll still give you every penny, which means we're going to end up owing more because it takes more. So there was a legal miscalculation. The political miscalculation was presuming that his buddy and fellow master of the universe, as it were, Bruce Rauner, is somebody he could work with. Wrong. Springfield is a mess. I'm not sure the mayor totally appreciated that Mike Madigan, the Speaker of the House, would take this whole position as a life and death struggle and offer absolutely nothing. So here's the mayor. He's got all kinds of things that could help. A casino that could pay part of the bill, another measure that's gotten through the Senate already by a veto-proof majority to extend the payment period for police and fire. That bill hasn't even been called in the House at the city's request because either they're afraid that Mike Madigan won't let it pass, or they're afraid that if they do, Rauner's going to veto it because he wants some anti-union provisions added onto it. Either way, you got a mayor now who's hand in hand, who kind of has an ally in John Cullerton, has a Mike Madigan who's going the other way, and is he going to get anything ever? Who the heck knows? I mean, we're in completely nouveau territory here. The